Hola, feliz viernes, yo soy Rory. Hoy es viernes and I'm glad to be with you. A few months ago I did another lesson on tricky words in Spanish. There were 4 of them: back, but, rate, and one other I can't quite remember. But I keep a list of these, and today there's 5 we're going to talk about. So, 5 palabras difíciles en español. We've got stop, failure, stay, keep, and free in español. And these are words that always in my classes, they come up, and people, when you look at like Google Translate, you tend to pick the wrong one. So it's worth taking some time and working on. So primero, that what makes these tricky is that these words in English can mean a variety of things. Each one could have a couple of different contexts. And when that happens, oftentimes those different contexts dictate different words or require different words in Spanish. Okay, bien, so 5 palabras difíciles. First we'll start with the word stop, and when we think of context for stop, we think of like a stop sign, we think of stopping moving, quit moving something, or to stop a habit. Those are different words. We're going to see what they are. Failure, we think of making a mistake, we think of being a failure, like this activity was a failure or the treatment was a failure, that kind of thing. And then we also talk about failure a lot with organs, so heart failure, kidney failure, etc., liver failure. And then we have the word stay, and when we think about stay, we think about one context is remaining in a place, remaining in place. And then another context is to continue. And then one more context is more of a noun, like time, your time in a place. So your hospital stay, that kind of thing. And then we have keep. When we think of keep, we think of storing an object. We think of possessing an object, like, is this mine? Can I keep it? And then we also think of keeping on doing something. Okay? And then the word free, we've got no cost. And then we've got free as in not containing, free from antibiotics and hormones, whatever. And then also free has the context of being available. So let's take a look at each of these, look at some examples, and then we'll hopefully you'll have a better idea of which word to choose as you're speaking with your patients and others in Spanish. Bien. So, empezando con stop, the first thing you think of is the stop sign that you see when you're traveling through Central America or Mexico. You think of the stop sign, alto, and you wonder, why is this alto? I thought alto was high, and it goes back to German, I think, and is borrowing from German in the word halt. And so this is pretty much the only way that halt is used in Spanish, is this stop sign. But that's the, I think, origin of this, because it does seem strange, I agree. So, doble a la derecha, turn to the right, en el señal de alto. So turn right at the stop sign, okay? More common would be to quit moving or something quit working, etc. And that's the verb parar. Parar is the verb to stop, as in stop moving or something stopped working, etc. Si tiene falta de aire, if you have shortness of breath, cuando hace ejercicio, when you're exercising, necesita parar, you need to stop, y descansar un poquito, you need to stop and rest a little bit. Bien. Oftentimes we want to talk about stopping a habit. Stop smoking, stop drinking, stop eating, whatever it is, right? And in that case, it's dejar de. Cuesta mucho, that's a common expression for saying es muy difícil. Cuesta mucho dejar de fumar tabaco. It's really hard to stop smoking tobacco. Un grupo de apoyo le puede ayudar. A support group can help. Apoyo, support. Okay, muy bien. Excelente. That's all we have for stop. Moving on to failure, fail and failure. To make a mistake or to fail an activity is to fallar. Okay? No soy muy bueno con exámenes. Tengo miedo fallar. I'm not great at tests or test taking. I'm afraid of failing, afraid of failure. Bien? To be a failure is fracaso, un fracaso. So, fue un fracaso. It was a failure. No tuvimos éxito. We weren't successful. No pudimos parar el sangrado. We couldn't stop the bleeding. Fue un fracaso. It was a failure. Organ failure, on the other hand, is insuficiencia, insufficiency. Instead of fallo or fracaso, insuficiencia, more insufficiency. Necesita diálisis por su insuficiencia renal. So he needs dialysis for his kidney failure. Bien? Okay, that's failure. Insuficiencia is one I want you to keep in mind because it comes up a lot in the healthcare context. Bien. Now, la palabra stay. To stay, first of all, we think about remaining in place, and that's quedarse. So, no vamos a buscar un hotel. We're not going to look for a hotel. Vamos a quedarnos aquí. We're going to stay here en el hospital con nuestro hijo. We're not going to look for a hotel. We're going to stay here in the hospital with our son. Okay? To continue or stay would be more like seguir, mantener, the idea of continuing on, ¿verdad? En ese contexto, para mantener buena salud, in order to continue or keep buena salud, es importante comer bien y hacer ejercicio regularmente. So, to continue or keep your good health, it's important to X, Y, and Z, right? And then you also think of stay as a stay in a place. So whether a stay in a place or a time in a place, ¿verdad? So, durante mi estancia or tiempo en el hospital, during my stay in the hospital, muchos vinieron a visitarme. Many people came to visit me. Okay? And then we have keep. Keep. When we think of keep, we think of storing an object. In that case, it's guardar. So, debe guardar este medicamento en el refrigerador. You need to keep this medicine in the refrigerator. To keep an object, more like I get to retain this or possess this. It's now mine. I get to keep it. Quedarse con. No necesita devolver las muletas. You don't need to return the crutches. Puede quedarse con ellas. You can keep them. Okay? Bien. You paid for them. All right. And then to keep on, in the context of continue, seguir or continuar. Okay? A little bit like stay, that last meaning of stay. Es importante seguir las instrucciones y tomar los antibióticos hasta terminar todos. So it's important to follow or, you know what? I didn't do a great job with this example. Es importante seguir in this context. We would say follow in English. I'm not sure what I was thinking. Necesita seguir con los antibióticos or continuar a tomar los antibióticos. That's a better example. Continuar a tomar los antibióticos hasta terminar todos. Okay? Great. And now finally, free. La palabra free. No cost is gratis. Es gratis. No necesita pagar nada. Okay? Not containing or loosed, something is libre. See? So, este hospital es un lugar libre de tabaco. So, this hospital is an area free of tobacco. Tobacco-free area. Available or unoccupied would be disponible or desocupado. En ese contexto, tenemos una cita disponible mañana a las 11. We have an available appointment tomorrow at 11 a.m. A las 11 de la mañana. All right, that's all I've got. Sorry for that mistake on our last slide. Pero muchas gracias. Thanks for joining me today. Para más oportunidades con español, visítenos en commongroundinternational.com. Hasta luego. Thank you for joining me today on this Video Viernes lesson. I wanted to invite you to join our community if you're not a member of the Facebook group already that I deliver these live lessons in on most every Friday. And also point you to the website where you can find a bunch more information about medical Spanish, whether that be courses or free materials for you or finding a private tutor to work with you online or face-to-face. And also let you know about some amazing Spanish immersion programs, either you as a medical person or your significant other as working in some other industry or your family. If you want to improve your Spanish and you have time and budget to go do some travel, our programs are pretty amazing. I think it'd be fun to work with you. And finally, if you have some document work at your clinic or at your hospital or within your setting that needs to be professionally translated, shoot me a message, upload your document to us, and we can get you a quick quote and help you out with your Spanish language documents as well. Have a great day.